Hello, my beautiful friends. It's Sonia here with Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. Soon, you're going to notice a name change. Not yet, but soon. Guys, if you're someone who feels frustrated when you hear get your daily exercise, it's time to understand that it's all about movement and there's very little that needs to be involved. That's right. It's time to stop thinking of daily exercise as a commitment with minimal requirements like running 5 miles or bench pressing your weights. The demands can be far less taxing and it should fit your fitness level. From your brains to your joints, moving every day has the power to improve every part of your body. And it's not just about high impact, sweat-inducing exercise. It's simple. Whether you choose to implement small movements into your daily routine or try a new activity like cycling or yoga or just increasing your daily mobility will go such a long way with upgrading your overall health. You ready to learn more? Settle in, get cozy. We are going to get started today and it's all about movement. I got to move it. I got to move it. All right, coffee's kicking in. Guys, it is November 21st, 2022. And over the next month or so, many of us are going to be gathering with friends and family, sitting cozied up around a fireplace or a TV. And while there is nothing wrong with getting cozy, we already spend a whole lot of time sitting around pretty much the rest of the entire year. So in this episode, I'm going to share tips on information regarding moving your body and different ways to include that within your dynamic celebrations. Put on your headphones and take a walk or just, take a walk. That's it. That's your only option today. I'm kidding. But get comfortable one way or another and settle in as we jump into today's episode about moving your body. Because, here in North America, it's holiday season and it's cold, which means it's time to start planning some celebrations. Time with friends, time with drinks, time with the fireplace, time with Netflix and chill. And the problem is we're sitting around too much. That's the problem in society right now. So we're already not moving to the quality and the caliber that we need to be moving. We're not moving every day with intention. We're experiencing a global movement deficit. And it's certainly been compounded by the last couple of years with the pandemic. And we've never, ever been inside sitting around more. So here's an interesting statistic for you. 80% of American adults and youth fail to meet the recommended amount of daily movement needed to starve off chronic disease. And then again with the pandemic, adolescents spend over 7 hours a day looking at screen time. So we just want to say, hold off a second, my friends. Hold off. And the reason why I say it like that is because although those are the statistics, it doesn't mean we can't individually change the trajectory of our own path. And that's what today's episode is all about. Finding different ways of moving your body and what it's going to do for you. I know a lot of the reasons why people like to settle in and not move too much around the holiday season is because they think they're going to get ready and get moving in the new year. And yes, I say it like that. But researchers, there was a moment of humanness there. Researchers have actually studied this idea or notion that we have move our body more and that we tend to think about getting back into movement during the New Year's, but it never really makes up for the time that we are sedentary. It doesn't, because most of our New Year's resolutions never pass 3 weeks. They never make it past 3 weeks. Multiple studies have shown that the yearly average weight gain that comes from us getting a year older is probably more like the effects of us having one more holiday a year under our belts. Ouch! I don't want to be notorious for sitting on the couch and growing more and more. So it's time to move your body. Get back on that fitness wagon and do something that makes you feel good. Today we're going to talk about balance. We're going to talk about some other points. I'm not going to spill the beans yet, but the other points about movement, because it's not something that we have to do. It's something that we get to do. It's going to help us through the holidays. It's going to help us through the day. It's going to help us through the moment. We're going to talk about nutrition on another day. But I wanted to share with you today why moving your body is so critical this time of year. 100%. So it is safe to say that we are all aware at this point that exercise is healthy. But still, for many of us, exercise is a weighed down word with feelings of stress and obligation, something you have to do. When did the simple act of moving our body, which we easily did in childhood and we easily do when we're with friends or we're doing something fun, when did it become such a drag? Another word for exercise is simply movement. And for those that have been following me for a while, I talk about movement on Mondays or Wednesdays when I do my daily lives. And, it's Motivational Monday, and today was all about movement. But sometimes on Wellness Wednesday, I bring up the movement piece as well. Moving should never be a burden, as this is one of your body's most basic functions. So, if you're looking for some renewed motivation to move your body as the day gets shorter and the weather gets colder, I have some reasons for you, other than weight loss, to help you move your body. Because if you start focusing on non-related reasons to move, you can help yourself foster the feelings around joy and movement other than dread. So the first one, enhance your mood. Moving your body improves your mood, but it also helps to combat anxiety and depression. It also helps individuals with stress. We all get stress in our lives. So the results are amazing when there's a study that I just reviewed and participants were asked to complete both a non-stressful control task and a stressful control task. Those participants who participated in exercise at least once a week had better moods following the stressful task than the non-exercisers who reported a significant decline in their mood and general unfriendly feeling following the stressful task. Interesting, right? That's because you're taking a proactive measure to life, and those bumps that come along the way, those hills, those mountains, those roadblocks, whatever you want to call them, they don't have a big of an impact on you when you are in the driver's seat taking charge. So the results from this report that I read, this study, suggests that routine exercise, while it's not necessarily preventing you from feeling acute stress, it is helpful in maintaining a positive mood and preventing stress from accumulating in your body. That's the key. We don't want stress to accumulate in our body. The lymphatic system is the second piece I wanted to share with you. It's part of your body's immune system. When you have a sore throat, you feel a lump in your neck, you may rub it and think that your lymph nodes are swollen. But typically, that's where your knowledge ends. The lymph system is a series of channels and nodes that are dispersed throughout the body in that move fluid, your lymph fluid. Lymph fluid contains infection-fighting white blood cells, so this is through your blood, and it's responsible for moving everything throughout the body. It's an important part of the immune system because it's responsible for removing potentially harmful toxins and bacteria from the body. Most people aren't aware how important our lymph node system, our lymphatic system is. So unlike the circulatory or respiratory system, the lymphatic system does not have a pump. Instead, it relies on your motion to circulate lymph fluid around the body. So each time you move your large muscles of the body, you are helping pump lymphatic fluid, again, the infection-fighting white blood cells throughout your body, keeping your system circulating. How important is that? I mean, I go back and think about last week when I was feeling under the weather and frustrated, and I probably didn't move my body enough. Yes, my body needed to rest. Yes, I had my own reasons for that, as we all do. But this part is so key because a body in motion stays in motion. All right. Ready? 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 Oh, I was going to sing another song, but I didn't want to do that to you. All right. Healthier bones. Exercise is not just good for your muscles. While your muscles push and pull against the bones, this is also helpful to build and preserve bone mass. Weight-bearing exercises is good for building bone mass. It doesn't mean that you have to use weights. You can use your core body as resistance. Any activity in which you work against the gravity of nature, so the force of gravity, such as walking, dancing, taking the stairs, will help to build bone mass. Keep in mind, the higher impact, the bigger the benefit is to bone growth. The bone building effects of exercise are important across your lifespan. I don't care how old you are listening to this, whether you're a young child and you're listening to your mom listening to this or your dad listening to this, this is critical. For children, physical activity is essential to create the bones, the dense bones that we need in order to continuously move. But we're still building bones up to the age of 20, which at that point they have accumulated about 90% of the total bone mass that they will have throughout their life. So can you imagine as a child, if you're not doing a lot of movement, how that's going to impact your bone mass for the rest of your life? But after your 30s, bone mass starts to decline. Muscular disorders such as osteoporosis, I said that completely wrong because that frog in my throat just appeared again. Osteoporosis, which is why, we're always told to drink milk, which I'm not a fan of, but that's a different story. You want to keep your bones strong. Osteoporosis is a leading cause of disability in the elderly, leaving individuals susceptible, again, I said that wrong, susceptible for fractures. My handwriting's ferocious. I make notes sometimes and then I read them and I can't read them. Anyways, truth be told, guys, I'm human with energy. Muscular disorders such as osteoporosis are leading causes of disability in the elderly because we become more susceptible to fractures. While some degree of bone loss is unavoidable, exercise, any kind of exercise, is one of the main steps you can take to help maintain bone mass. Oh, and this is a good one. Enhancing your brain health. Exercises, any kind of exercises, improves cognitive performance for people of all ages. All ages. Activity in the brain is very important for mental accuracy and reaction times. A healthy workout routine early in life may be able to help predict your level of cognitive decline later in life. I was going to say decay, but let's say decline instead. Individuals who are physically active at 18 are less likely 42 years later to have developed onset dementia or even mild impairment for their minds. Okay, that's important. Let's say that again. Individuals who are physically active at 18 years old were less likely 42 years later to have developed early onset dementia or even any kind of cognitive impairment. That is huge. Just by moving your body, it affects your brain. Dementia is one of the worst things I could think of because I would hate to forget my loved ones. How about this magic piece coming up right here? This is number 5, an improved sex life. Because exercises, any kind of exercises, improve your sex life. Arousal, satisfaction for both men and women. For men, it doesn't just increase the blood flow for sexual function, but regular exercise also helps with the psychosocial factors such as mood, stress, and confidence, which contributes to feeling in the mood. As well as weightlifting and cardio exercises will increase testosterone levels by building muscle mass, a precursor to testosterone production. Testosterone is a stress hormone directly linked with the sex drive and performance. And it should be noted that chronic endurance exercise, like endurance cycling, running, actually decrease testosterone. So while those activities are good, we're not meant to do those activities consistently. They're not best for maximizing long-term health and our sex drive. But for women, regularly moving the body may help to increase sexual function and arousal. The mechanisms require further study, though may be related to increased hormone production as well as endorphins. So there needs to be a little bit more study on this, but definitely there is a connection between hormone production and endorphins when it comes to sexuality and arousement when it comes to moving your body. So don't worry, we're not done yet. Don't get excited. I'm excited. I'm excited because I feel good. And I feel good because I moved my body this morning. I moved my body. I did yoga. That's all I did was yoga. And look how good I feel right now. So good that I'm showing up and sharing this to you. I've got some tips for you how to move your body. And I know you're going to love these tips. So if working out carries a negative vibe for you, if you think it's much or you're not ready or you don't know where to start and you're not ready to work one-on-one or do a group, I've got some great suggestions for you. Moving your body is healthy and should feel amazing, however you do it. First things first, window shop. Take a stroll downtown and go through the mall and just browse. That counts, my friends. This is one of my favorite ones coming up next. Dance. Put on some favorite music and move all the way. That feels good. Dancing is a wonderful exercise. It incorporates standing weight-bearing exercises like lunges, twisting, twirling, flexibility. So next time you're cleaning the house or getting ready in the morning, put on some tunes and incorporate dancing. Shake your booty. All right, gardening is great. Gardening is the next one. It normally involves walking, squatting, reaching, pushing, pulling. All functional and healthy ways to move. Stretching, such as yoga, is amazing. It helps you move the lymph nodes, but also helps you keep your joints flexible and lubricated. Stretching while watching TV, listening to music, or talking on the phone, doing errands around the house. That's how I do it. Well, and I do one-on-one yoga as well. Tone your body while grocery shopping. If you can use a shopping basket instead of a cart, you're working your muscles, but the basket's going to get full. Because who in their right mind only puts what's in the basket? In the basket. We put so much more than what we think fits in the basket, and then it gets heavy. But if you can do that, that's going to help you create some weight-bearing exercises for your arms while going through the grocery store. Play with your children. Children are one of the best, highest calorie burners, and they don't realize it. You got to chase them. You got to play hide and seek. You want to run with them. Take them for a walk. Take them for a hike. I love playing with my grandson. Get outdoors. Take a walk. Take a bike ride. Take a hike. Ski. Snowshoe. Jog. Move your body outdoors adds a double bonus because you're getting the health benefits of being outside. Take a class with a friend. When you marry movement with friendship, it's huge. The options are endless, from salsa to yoga, water aerobics to Pilates. Taking a class helps you reap the benefits of socialization as well as continued learning, both of which contribute to cognitive health and well-being. Movement is one of the most basic functions of the human body, and it makes us feel so healthy. So don't let exercise become a burden to you. By focusing on the goal as movement versus working out, you can find ways to incorporate motion into your daily life in a way that feels good for you. Because when it feels good for you, you're going to do it more. You're going to reap the benefits of motion, and you're going to feel so good while doing it. So, as we're heading into the holiday season, how are you going to move your body and avoid inactivity? What is it that you are going to do regularly? Find something or several activities that you love to do and commit to it daily. If you enjoy taking walks, set a reminder. Make it happen. If you're interested in yoga, reach out to me. I've got some great ones. I actually have I don't even know how many classes recorded on my YouTube channel. And I actually have a private Facebook group that's called Fusion 15 with 15 minutes and 45-minute workouts in there. And a few half-an-hour workouts as well. The thing is, my friends, movement is the only way we have affecting the world around us. I believe that to understand movement is to understand the whole brain. And therefore, it is important to remember when you're studying memory, cognitive, sensory, and processing, there's a reason. And that reason is action. A body in action stays in action. You know, your muscles, your bones, your joints, your brain, your heart, your lungs, they're all going to thank you. They are all going to thank you. You are not going to be lethargic when you move your body. Take some principles that we talked about today, apply it to your day-to-day life, and let's see what kind of magic you can make just by moving your body. If you like what you heard today, my friends, hit the like and follow and share button. Invite some of your friends to listen to my podcast, and let's see together how we can grow into the next best version of you. I hope you keep your promises to yourself. Don't wait to January to set a resolution that you're going to break or forget about simply 3 weeks later. Let me support you on that next step, even if it's as simple as keeping these podcasts in your back pocket and checking out my YouTube channel. Have a great day, my friends. We will talk so soon.